Okay, welcome, Scorpio. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. So, this reading is what I call a personal growth reading. We'll take a look at blocks, obstacles or fears, strengths, what you don't see, advice, and where it leads. Keep in mind, I will pull the bottom of the deck, and that usually kind of gives us an overall, like, what maybe life area this is. But um, regardless, these I do consider as timeless. It is the beginning of March. However, I feel like people will come across these when they need to. Also, if this one doesn't resonate, or even if it does, take a look at your other placements, because it is like you can add on to either of the readings. So keep that in mind. And I'm using Somnia Tarot today, and I'm going to give it a couple more shuffles and we'll get started. So let's do this, Scorpio. Okay, cut these cards. These are hard to shuffle. They're super thick. Okay, so what do we got? 2 cards for blocks, please. 5 of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. There are coins in this deck, and I'm going to go back and forth. Sometimes I'll say pentacles and coins. So obstacles or fears. 7 of coins. The world. Strengths. Ace of swords and King of swords. Okay, what you don't see, the death, 3 of wands, advice, 4 of coins, and challenge, or where it leads is 5 of wands. Whew. There's going to be a little bit of a struggle here, I feel like. So we have the Hangman at the bottom of the deck. This is definitely self-reflection. So in this deck, if you look, there's water underneath him, and he has his reflection there. And he's hanging, he's looking at it from a different perspective, absolutely taking the time out that he needs. But in this deck specifically, I feel like it's about reflection. And most of the time. So there's probably, whatever the situation is, whether it's I feel like, well, the blocks are telling us 5 of coins and Queen of coins. What are the reasons that you're struggling? Well, you got to look at the cards. So one of the reasons why you're struggling seeing things from a different perspective is the block with the 5 of Pentacles there. It reminds me that you're kind of hiding yourself from the truth. It's like you're almost doing this on purpose. And I know you're not. So just go with it as I talk. I'm no blame. I'm no judgy, no blame, no nothing. It's just the way I read the cards. So if you look, he's in that barrel, and he's below the coins, and it's like he's hiding from them, And then the Queen of coins is, I feel like you're putting a cap on what you can do. So with the Queen of coins being in a block, it's like, to me, the Queen of coins can be a level up. So no matter what you are, what age you are, what you're doing, it's that next level. But I feel like you don't see yourself going there. But I feel like that's only because you are not seeing everything. Now with the Hangman at the bottom of the deck, I feel like you are starting to recognize the fact that maybe you're not looking at all of the areas maybe where you can succeed, or where you can level up, or where you can change, or you're not looking at what you have now in the now. And to me, this is kind of like a card that's hiding. And when I see it in this type of reading, I'm reminded that that's what it feels like. whether you need to ask for help, whether you need to get out of the barrel and look at the problem, or whether you just need to confront. But I feel like it's almost confronting yourself, and knowing that there, this again, self-reflection. This is your block, and it is not seeing everything. But the reason why it's a block is because you're kind of hiding yourself from it. So that's an important thing, to read. Ugh. Okay, I just got a new sports watch, and it drives me crazy because I gotta stop the notifications because I look at them and I don't need to. Um, I really don't. Anyway, obstacles and or fears. So we have the Seven of Pentacles here with the World. So the World is it's not the obstacle. The World is more of a fear type card in this instance, and I feel like it's the fear. Again, we're going back to that Queen of Pentacles where you don't feel like you can level up, and you feel like you've reached the end of whatever it is you're doing. So you feel like you're stuck, right? You can't go any further. So this could be a lot of things. This doesn't have to be work. It could be about money. It could be about, a weight loss program. It could be about love. It could be about anything. You'll know, you're the only one that knows about the reading. But the Seven of Pentacles is you're struggling on nurturing yourself to do better. So this is another obstacle. So in other words, because of the block, the Five of Pentacles there, the Seven of Pentacles is telling me that you're struggling on taking care of things to move forward. So like if you're not taking care of things to move forward, then then you can't move forward. And that's why you're feeling stuck. So these cards go a lot together. So know that again, obstacle. You're for some reason you're struggling doing the day-to-day work that needs to be done. Like the Seven of Pentacles to me is about a garden, basically. That's the way I feel. Like you have to water it, you have to fertilize it, you have to do the work. It doesn't take 100% of your attention every day, but it takes attention. So think of that as you're moving forward. If you have a goal in mind and you want to get past this where you think you can't go any further, because that's what it feels to me, like you feel like you're topped out, whatever it is you're doing, and I don't feel like that's true. And I feel like you don't want it to be true because I feel like there's something that makes you want to go, I need more. Whether it's I need to make more money, I need to move up on the corporate ladder, I need to become more fit, I need to find a better partner, but I don't think I can do any better, those kind of things. I feel like and it could be all of them. You know how sometimes when we get in that funk, we don't feel like we can do anything. It's like we're just stuck. So your strengths here are the Ace of Swords with the King of Swords. So I'm going to be honest with you. If this is about love, King of Swords is someone that's hanging out in the background. Just going to put that out there. If this is not, I still feel like the King of Swords is someone that can help you. That's your strength. It may be that you have the tenacity to do so. It may be that you have the focus to do it. It could be that. But it could also be someone there to help you. The Ace of Swords to me is that it's telling me a couple different things. I feel like being in the strength that you can articulate exactly what you want and need, and exactly what you need to do to get where you need to go. Boy, it's kind of a word salad there. So in other words, you can, have that, speak the, it's not just articulating, it's knowing. So if you can articulate it out loud, this is what I not want, this is what I need to do, this is where I need to go, then you have the strength to put that into motion. And the swords being here, king and ace, they are action. They are the action swords, where it's the ace gives you that new beginning. But keep in mind, these swords are very pointed and very narrow minded, and that's okay, because once you figure out what you need to do, once you have your self reflection time, you can put that plan into place. And I think that this is saying that you have it in you to do so. So once you have things together, you could take that Ace of Swords energy that's within you, because it's your strength, to have a clear direction on what you want, and or speak what you want if you need to tell somebody. Like if you need to tell your boss at work that you need more, that you want to grow, blah, 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 that you have it in you to do so. And you have it in you as far as the will to do it as well. And the ability. Because the swords, both of these swords, to me, are not necessarily about what's in your head. I mean, yeah, the Ace of Swords can be an aha moment, but this is more importantly action-oriented swords, where it's forward movement. And the king takes control of that. So whether this king is someone someone that's helping you through this, or whether this is you taking that action, it's important. I like those cards as strengths, because it gives you that, I can do this. I have it within me. And then what you don't see is the Death card with the Three of Wands. Your transition is already taking place. So this is what you don't see. So you don't realize that things are already changing. And the Three of Wands is saying that you are going to get to the point where you reap and see some of those benefits of the work that you're doing. You are putting work in, but you're hiding a little bit too. There's a fear here as well, I think, for probably most of you. There's some kind of fear that you're almost like putting fear that you can't do it. But the Three of Wands, for the one, the Death, what you don't see, you're already doing the work. The transition is already happening, and things are going to, again, move forward. To me, the Death is also a forward moving card, because it's a transition from here to here. The Three of Wands is more not as forward moving, but it's a visual. And that visual of seeing the work that you've accomplished thus far brings in passion and more motivation into the work that you do. And these are things you need to look for, because you're not recognizing them. So you need to look for that. What have I done so far? What can I look at that I've done that can bring me back that motivation to move forward? And I feel like that's kind of where this is leading. So where this leads, I had to pull two, because I wasn't going to leave it at Five of Wands. However, I think what the Five of Wands is okay, there's two things. Okay, so with this Five of Wands, if you take a bellow and you point it at candles, if you squeeze too hard, the candles go out, because there's not enough fuel in a candle, right? If you take it to like cinders and there's wood in there or something to catch fire, you'll get fire. However, if you do it nice and lightly, then you're just messing with the candles. To me, in other words, the bellow has nothing to do with it. So I feel like the first stop along the way is you putting too much energy into something. And it could be the energy and the thinking that you can't do it. So be careful about how much energy you put into anything negative. Because if you're putting negative energy in and you're blowing out your own candles, what good is it? So be careful there. But then after that, we're going to hit Justice. So what this tells me is that not only are you going to have the balance, because the Justice is about balance, the right things are on their way. When I say right, I mean the right things for you. So you need to put the work in. And because Justice it is blind, but more importantly, it's the truth. Like, it's real. To me, regardless of how people believe or whatever, because our justice system sometimes is wonky, this is the real right thing. Like, not from us, not from my perspective or your perspective, but from your higher powers, your higher self, your guardian angels, whoever you believe is above you, to pray to, whoever you talk to, whoever you meditate with, look for answers. That is the right thing. And I feel like this is leading to you taking to a level up. I'm not pulling another card out because the more important thing here is that you work on the blocks. And I think in this case with that 5 of Wands, it's almost like a warning. You know, don't when you get something started, if you put too much, then you could lose it. So keep consistently moving forward and you will. And I feel like this justice too is kind of like, I've done it. Like he's on this wall. Yes, it's the right thing. Yes, it's justice, but he's got his sword up here. So I almost feel like too, it's you being able to see what you've accomplished. But that's happening next, so that'll be a little bit ways out. So the 4 of Pentacles or coins is in your advice. I feel like it's a reminder to look into everything that you have within you now. So it's important to identify that, let's say I have, intelligence, or I have this skill that can lead me there, or I've learned from the past in the same situation, or, whatever it is, whether it's knowledge, skills, lessons learned, hindsight, all of those things are what you need to tidy up and save them. Because so often when we learn things or move forward, we forget what we did in the past that got us to a better place, before. So we kind of are like, well, how did I do that? Well, look at it and save those answers, because they may not be the exact answers you need to move forward, but they also tell you that you can do it. And they also kind of give you an idea of what to watch for and maybe what to be prepared to ignore as well. So I think that's what you got, Scorpio. I think that's good. I think that this is good information. I mean, it's up to you with what you do with it. If it resonates, great, And let me know. Let me know what you think of the reading. Give me a like, give me a comment, any of those things. I appreciate them. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.